Welcome to the Quest for Details. We are in a spot, I cannot give you the location, but we are in a crazy low geologic feature. So this is the setting. It's a canyon eaten down into the layers of the earth. You can see the different colors of serpentine and serpentized minerals coming up here. This is some very shiny, compacted, leafy layers. There's boulders in here that I think are boulders of nephrite. The white that you're seeing there is mostly like a natural cement that forms out here that cements a lot of our creeks back together. And up above, this entire layer that you see here is all sedimentary, so it's bottom of old ocean floor. Can contain little crinoid stems and seashells and all kinds of cool stuff. You see how much serpentine is all around us. It's just a world of serpentine minerals and chunks. We're just going to work our way downstream here. It's really an oddity. Man-made forces actually made it carve this deep into the ground, and that's how we got down into all these lower minerals and stuff. So it's a rare look into one of the mountains around here. And yeah, look at the size of these serpentine boulders. It's the core, nothing but just pure. This is just pure. You can see right over here these layers of serpentine that are coming through here, all the different colors of it. Coming around the corner, and it hits the sedimentary layers. Right there, you can see just the clear contact and goes into old stuff. So this is all layers that were once flat, and here they're orientated almost straight up and down like that. So probably the newest layers are more this direction, towards the east, and the oldest layers towards the west, because California has been kind of tilted up here in the coastal range and shoved like that in a bunch of layers. So when you see them, the newest is actually at the top of each of those, if that makes any sense. Yeah, so here's another big gob of the sedimentary. You can see the serpentine shining there in the sun, and then the sedimentary on top of it. So that's where all the anything that could be trapped in layers would be. And this is actually the totality of the entire site, the entire exposure. After this, it goes and dives way deep underground, and there was no more human activity to expose it. But all in here are the fossils and the little concretions bearing the fossils. All of this being the sedimentary layers running like this all through here. You can see the little, some of these are mud prints on here, and then some of these are little concretions. Some of the little concretions with stuff in them have not been here since the massive flooding came through, and it looks like it just ate about 1,000 more feet of stuff away. But some of these shapes are recognizable, and some of them are not. A lot of things like that. Those are probably bivalves just from the shape. some of these I'm sure are just random coral shapes, and a lot of the shapes get distorted by time and stuff, by getting crushed down. I think these are big chunks of coral when I see these sticking out of there. Oh, here's a good. Now, this has been debated whether these are preserved worm tunnels or if they were stems from crinoids and such. So, lots of organic shape to these. These are the only definites because of their shape. Here's another one there. They're not branches as far as I can tell. They do have different shapes like that, though. It makes me think they might be a type of coral or something. But yeah, those are one of the things that was a definite key in originally when I came stumbling through, that I should take a closer look at some of these rocks around me. Oh, look here. Here's a big one. And then the surfaces on these, maybe I can give you some beauty shots. They have all this detail though. It's pretty crazy. Oh, look at that one. So instantly you can see there's something going on here. And layers extend all up through here in this whole crumble area. I do try to not grind them together too much. Lots of organic shapes to it all. It's good to lay it out and think about it too. Kind of try and understand what you're looking at. Like I said, some of them become obvious, and some of them I don't think we'll ever figure out unless you're an expert in it. And you just happen to know the shape. Now here's some big ones. That is a big casting of something, of these same sort of little things, and I'll show you the details on the surfaces of these. So that's what we're doing. We're just looking a little bit. All these little pieces. There's a story to tell there, I swear. Of millions of years ago. These are a very common shape up here. This is definitely a life form. There's the shape of that and the little center thing. Those are some things. Because you can see them repeat. See pieces like this that literally still have the little white fan shaking out of it. Come up here to these zones. Pretty sure most of the little organic shapes are little organic shapes. But if you can picture all the little creatures and polyps and plants that can live in a rich little environment, I think that's what a lot of them are. Along with the pieces of the coral. And see all the little pieces coming out of it, or maybe a bunch of mud trapped in it. have looked inside of a bunch of these, and I have never found anything to be contained inside of them thus far. Look at the detail on that. That's awesome. I wonder if you dug, if you could find a hole. Yeah, so, although you can see that they are things. Little bulbs. Oh, that one has pyrite in there. You see that? That 100% has pyrite. Crazy. There's the other half of it. Huh. That's kind of a really good sign. That's what you were. Huh. Wow. Now that has me wondering some things. I'd love to get a pyrite fossil out of the center of one of these. How perfect. Another one of those shapes. If you've seen the other time that I gathered some, then you know that's a common shape. Yeah, so I just see life forms and shapes all through this. It's hard to decide. When you get down here and look at them, which would make sense in mud layers. And that might be kind of fun to meticulously glue one of those together. Of course, this could be little branchlets too. They're definitely fossils. A lot of things become compressed over time and get crushed down and get distorted. So it could be hard to guess the original shapes. But those, it could be fun to spot a series of them and just, I guess you'd have to sit here and glue them. That's the crazy part about bringing fossils back anywhere and then working on them in a laboratory. It always blew my mind that people could reassemble the puzzle. Look at that one. Suppose that one could be reassembled. Yeah, see it continuing on there. So you could probably follow them and glue together a whole little network. Just keep track of where you got your pieces from. That might be fun to do. Okay, I'll bring you back for something else. More of these. Certain areas that just contain a lot of them. See, I'm pretty sure that's a stem coming off of the bulb there. They're definitely in the same layer. Okay, we'll bring little fishies down in there. This is their archaic landscape here. These puddles dry out here, so I'm not sure that most of these that didn't move downstream aren't going to be crane food, but It's okay, there's bald eagles and herrings and cranes and storks and ducks and everything else. This is one of the little prettiest spots around for sure, so nothing will be wasted. Nothing ever is in nature. Honeybee. Honeybees always come to these mineral seeps like this, and butterflies and stuff, because they like to get the little minerals out of it. And yeah, I'm paying attention for dragon skulls sticking out of the bank, for sure. Honeybee! Got into a round mushroom cap zone. Oh yeah, these things. These are definitely a thing. Maybe these are the tops of the sea lilies. You know, with the stem coming down. Because this is definitely thing land here. The perfect dents that we're leaving behind. What are you? You are things. I think you are things. Those are repetitive things. Pulled like 30 out of here over time. So, things they are. Things they were. I swear these are. We're finding mushrooms here. So yeah, this one's just really you looking with me. There's that shape again. The mushroom top. Boom. There's where the stem goes. But yeah, with this site, I don't dig very much. Since I'm learning that slowly, I can dig that slowly. It's always a good thing to do, so you don't just come in and wreck a place all up before you have all the answers. Yeah. There's possible stems. There's so many things sticking out of this bank. Ugh. Things. And here I think is a cincture fossil. So that's either a mushroom or sea lily, I think. Still attached to its stem. So that is really awesome. That is really awesome. I think that verifies a couple of things. And yeah, we'll have to lay all these out at the end, and there will be a wrap up because it deserves that. I would say we have gathered up quite a few things, so yeah. That might be a really big one. Right there. Or something. There's a lot going on in these little sections of rock. And yeah, this is about the end of the canyon, so anything that's going to get exposed before it dives deep, deep, deep under a valley has to get spotted here. And all along the rest of it, it had massive volcanic action just bury it. So we were at a spot where the water ate it down low, and then humans came in and focused that water, and that made it get even lower, and we got down to these layers, and that's what's here. But yeah, back over here into a serpentine slip. Got all these different that. Yeah, separate mission. Can't haul everything home every time for sure. Yeah, look at this world that we're in as far as looking through the minerals that have bubbled up from below the ocean floors to things that lived in them and ocean scenarios long gone in the past. Literally, look how deep we are in the geology here. Look at these cool crumbling landscapes. The different shapes. Looks like an alien, you know, instruction pad, some sort of writing in runestone. You see that? All the lines and cracks. These are all the shapes that nature can make all on its own. This whole thing here inside of one thing, and then broken up, and then broken up some more. strange shapes. Just wanted to get them in here so I don't have to do the world's craziest cleanup at the end of this, which I've done before in my videos, because I want you to see all of the different shapes so you can guess along with me. You see, there's just stuff and stuff and stuff. You could go and you read. See how far these pieces go. Looks like we still have definitely these are here. So yeah. Learning as we go here in the school of life. More and more and more layers of time here. So quite a thick footprint of sea life. I don't know if you can see that. That is a deep hole burrowed there too. That's pretty spooky. But yeah, bluegill. Lots of baby bluegill. Don't worry, there'll be lots of critters that come in and clean that up, like I said. That's why nature makes a lot and ends up with a few. And you never know. It's staying cool, so this particular hole might last all through the summer. We're pretty ledged out ourselves here though, so. And if there are paleontologists out there watching this and just shaking your head and I'm torturing you with my stupidity, I apologize, but this is how you learn, right? There's another cap, another stem attachment. Apparently the layers that we are in, they didn't get broken up so bad, so we're getting to see that connection between the two. Pretty stoked on that. Sorry for not so much narrative on this one. I'm just kind of looking with you and have a lot less to say. There are a lot of videos where I babble extensively through the entire thing, so don't be afraid to go to the channel, to the main home page, and find yourself some videos where I talk non-stop. Look at that. Because I know for a fact they exist out there. That is a really cool something. So many mysteries. And I've never, ever seen another human footprint. It doesn't mean that they haven't been here. They were definitely here. They helped build the place, but yeah, it's just one of those locations. Thing. Figure I can at least show you a lot of the shapes. That way I don't have to bring them all home and you just kind of see the landscape that we're dealing with here. Quite a few question marks. Some of these I think still bear some of their white. Some original shell, like that could be the top of a big bivalve shell. That's what I mean. Lots of question marks. Work up some of these mini washes and see what's been rinsed out by the rain and the water itself. I think we have another little dollop top there. Some of those I feel like are the seashells that never got completely turned over into whatever they are now. The replacement stone. I feel like some of the seashell survived the fossilization process. Stemmage. Just see what cool things might be tumbled loose and sitting around. Looking at all the different surfaces and stuff for sure too. For other clues. You can let me know you like this video with a thumbs up, and I know that you guys want me to do more fossil hunting in the mix. I do enjoy it. I'm not a total expert in it or anything, so sometimes I pause on it, but I have stumbled into quite a few areas that have the life sticking out of them that used to live there, and yeah, I don't mind visiting them every once in a while and just looking at everything with ya. If you're still here. If you are, I appreciate that. I know it's not, but sure looks like a little leg bone ending there, huh? I keep bringing some of these home to crack them open because of their shape. Oh look, here's another. More stemmage. Trying to be real gentle on these together. And then another mushroom. Little fossilized mushrooms. It's like a little Smurf village trapped in the sediments. This very much reminds me of being on my family's land in the Badlands of Montana. And they have even better fossils there. And we were told just gather only one garbage bag, or gather only one grocery bag while you're here and try and pick out the best ones. And I didn't believe them until we got there. And sure enough, there were so many fossils. It was like this, but just beautiful stuff. Squids and all kinds of stuff. Don't know what happened to any of those. It's as easy as it is to collect rocks, you sure can lose them. We're up here in another bubble zone. Perhaps these are all tops. We'll leave some of those. Oh. Ooh, that's that good looking stuff, huh? I'll bring some of that home and shine a light through it and see how it speaks to us. A lot of these little similar ball looking creatures in this crack here. A lot of life going on in these little areas, and a lot of it seems to have gotten preserved and frozen in time. It's cool to think that this was all once offshore and underwater, and now we are inland. 2-hour drive from anything that would be ocean or water now. So I think we're gonna wrap it up and go home here soon, because we've basically done circles here, kind of over everything, and giving everything a good little look over and reminding myself what's here. I might grab some more of the shiny serpentine on the way out and make my way back out of here before it's too dark, because that would be a good thing to do. Trying to just give you a lot of the view in this video, like you were here doing it with me, so it wasn't so much me just showing you the finds as it was sharing the experience of the entire hunt. So I hope you don't mind. Hollyhocks. Garden beans, eating green beans this morning. Dogs. On the table here, we have all the pieces that we brought back from our hike. I think that a lot of these are different forms of crinoids. So as we look at some of these up close right now here, we can look at the different shapes that crinoids have come in. Now they're a type of creature that has a whole bunch of different varieties to their shapes and sizes and structures, and they're still alive to this day. Different versions of them, their varieties have changed throughout the millennia and everything, of course. So just like when you're looking at an ocean rock these days, and there are all types of creatures on there, and of every type of shape and stuff, these are also that level of variety. And you can look at some of these have really nice detail on them, which is why I wanted to do a wrap-up vid and show you this. You can see the different textures and stuff, all the different shapes. I know we looked at a lot of these as we were gathering them, but all of these pictures that we're looking at are sketches that were done by different people as they were discovering fossils. Now, these fossils that we have are ones that were basically caked in mud and stuff, but you can see in other locations they've obviously been found in higher detail and better quality fossil, and so you can see some of them were fanned out, and I think ones like this are the same thing, but it just has all the mud trapped in between it, as you've seen other fossil hunters. When you're prepping out a fossil, you have to remove all of the dirt and mud, so I imagine if you went through here would be all of the delicate little tendrils that gather in the planktons and stuff. These are usually a plankton feeder, so they're anchored onto the rocks. That's what a lot of these structure can be, is like a shell-like or bone-like, more shell-like type of hard root that attaches to the actual rocks or the reef. And then a lot of these are the tops, the little mushroom tops. You can still see a few of them attached here. And again, there's some that were known as sea lilies, and I think a lot of these little dollop ones are have to do with it. Just if you can picture, like I was saying, I'm including some shots of a current, non-prehistoric, obviously, because it's a photograph, reef, and all the different things that live on it. And if you've ever walked along a shoreline and you see the variety of little pieces of seaweed and sea creature washed up, it's that same thing. So that's what you're seeing here. There's a lot of variety. And remember, we were looking through ages of layers of time, so a lot of different varieties can come and go in that period of time, in those periods of time passing.